What's going on, guys and gals? Sanitary 103. Welcome to another episode of In the News. And for my newly subscribed people that don't know, in these types of videos, I basically give you my overall opinion / 2 cents on anything health and fitness related that's in the media. And in today's article, and I'll put a link to this article in the description box, it was on the front cover of yahoo.com. You may have seen it. And it's entitled Kendall Jenner's Fat Shaming is Bad News for Everyone. Kendall Jenner, I don't follow the Kardashians that much, but I'm sure you've seen them. But it's not really about the Kardashians. I don't care too much about that show. But Kendall Jenner is the daughter of Bruce Jenner, who I think he's still married to Kim Kardashian, Kris Kardashian. I think they're still married. I'm not sure if they're separated. But regardless, she's on the Kardashian show, Keeping Up With The Kardashians from time to time. But anyway, Kendall, I think she's like 17 or 18. Yeah, 18 years old. And she's trying to become a runway model, I believe. And there was a tabloid that was put out from Famous Magazine, which is based out in Australia. It's an Australian tabloid. In the front cover of the magazine that they show her in, and this is a black and white image, but definitely check the article. You know, they have her right here, and then it basically says, "You're too fat for the runway." And they basically said that she needed to lose, I think it was 8 kilograms or 17 pounds in order to become a successful model. Now, she looks pretty damn skinny to begin with, and if she were to lose that much amount of weight, it would be extremely unhealthy. And they were also accused of actually photoshopping. Now, when you hear Photoshop, they usually try to trim it down and make you look more slim than you are. But in this case, they did the reverse, according to the article. I don't know if it's true or not, but sources say that they actually used some type of touch-up in Photoshop to actually purposely give her cellulite on her thighs on the back portion, which is pretty cruel if that's the case. And in the article, a few psychologists chime in on it. One of them is Sarah Jackson. She's a psychologist at the University of College in London, and basically says, quote, "Weight-related teasing and stigmatization has been shown to have negative effects on well-being and can lead to psychological distress." And I completely agree with the psychologist. I mean, you don't even need to have a PhD and be a psychologist to know that when you harp on somebody and you set these unrealistic expectations, a lot of the times it doesn't help motivate the person. It actually makes them curl up in a ball and go in the opposite direction. And the psychologist also mentions that it gives out a bad message, a strong and bad message to impressionable young readers that might aspire to be unhealthy. And a second psychologist in the article that was cited, they're a psychologist from Western New England. They basically said that, quote, "Weight shaming clearly sends a public message that overweight and obese individuals are less deserving of fair treatment and essentially gives the public permission to discriminate against these individuals." So this psychologist is not just talking about, you know, fat shaming or thin shaming or whatever you want to call it, just weight shaming in general. Doesn't matter what end of the spectrum you are, too fat, too thin. This whole weight shaming basically, in a way, desensitizes people, especially like young kids. A lot of these kids, they pick up these tabloids and they see these like really derogatory remarks. So it would only make sense for some of these kids that not have that filter and to constantly see that negativity, say, "Oh, this girl's too fat," to start, you know, translating that into their own personal life and start making fun of other people. And it's even easier nowadays with, you know, everyone has phones and the whole social media world, Twitter and stuff, and all that cyberbullying. So I can definitely see how the media is partially responsible for this, because it basically desensitizes a lot of individuals. It also reinforces and gives off the message that it's okay to just voice your opinion, no matter how offensive and hurting it might be towards a certain individual. So that pretty much sums up the article. And I just wanted to say that, you know, this is nothing new, right? The media, it's always been like that. They should definitely take a blame for it. But is it something that can be stopped? I don't know where you draw the line. I don't know what exactly you can do. I really don't think there's much you can do. The only thing that I would recommend is that money always talks, so it's all about sales. So if you're picking up these tabloids and you're complaining about fat shaming, body shaming, weight shaming, whatever you want to call it, but you're buying those magazines, but you're still complaining, you're basically digging yourself a hole, and you're basically supporting these organizations. So money talks. The only thing you can do is not buy these tabloids. That's about it for this video. Any type of insight or comments, I would love to hear it. And also, a lot of my subscribers, according to my analytics demographic, are in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and a lot of you guys and gals do have children. So I would definitely love to hear any personal experiences if you're willing to share, and if you've had this experience with any daughter or even son who's had these body image issues because of the media. Thanks once again for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if not already for all the latest in diet, health, and fitness. I'll see you guys in a couple days. Adios. Just checked it with my thermometer recently. It's about 148. I want to get to 160, so probably another minute and a half. Excuse me, a minute and a half to 2, and it'll be done. But you see the chart right there.